Hi, so I'm joined here with the producer and director of this amazing stage play, Roomies 2. He did Roomies 1 as well, and like I said, I didn't see it, but hopefully he'll help me so that I can see it. How are you, Dane?
I'm doing well.
You're doing well. You're tired.
Tired, but happy to be here.
Yes.
I still got, can't give in to fatigue right now. You have to just keep going.
10 shows down.
10 shows down.
How has it been?
It's been great. It's been great. It's always challenging because in theater you never see the same show twice, right?
Yes.
So there's always something unexpected, something that an actor does that really works, or something that you thought that was really going to work that didn't land with that audience, but lands with the audience before. So we're always just working to make the show the best it can be for every oncoming night. So that's it.
You're doing an amazing job. As I stated,
you.
The play is exciting, it's hilarious, it has a message. But before we get into that, tell everyone a little bit about Dane. Who are you? Where did you come from? How long have you been doing theater? Let's get your background.
So, most of my performance experience has been in theatrical dance. I started the Full Effect Entertainment Theatrical Dance Company.
Okay.
And we did many things, like we toured around the world. We had an appearance on America's Best Dance Crew. A lot of my dancers have gone on to perform background with many dance
Missy,
background,
right?
Missy Elliott,
Yeah,
all of that. Yeah. And I then did some career changing. I went into education. I teach college composition, and I teach high school English and theater. So I started getting the bug to my writing has always been a part. Even as a choreographer, you're a writer, right? So but I always knew at the end of the day I was going to be some old man holding his novel, and one of his many novels, and on a balcony with one of those pipes, and I knew that's what I was going to be doing.
Okay.
So I ended up getting a scholarship to study creative writing at Columbia, and and my passion is really fiction writing, like novels and short story and stuff like that. And then one of my professors said, "You have a knack for dialogue. Maybe you should take a playwriting class or whatever." And one of my homework assignments, I wrote a one act, which was Low Hanging Fruit, the first one.
Okay.
And from that Low Hanging Fruit, the character Randy was born.
Okay.
And I spun him off into Roomies. And that's kind of how I got into this whole thing. But if you would have told me 2 years ago you're going to be producing plays, I'd have laughed.
Wow.
Yeah, because I know it's a lot of work.
You see, right?
And I was right.
And
it's a lot of work.
This is your second production, right?
This is my third. Low Hanging Fruit, then Roomies, and then Roomies 2.
Roomies, right.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yes.
So Roomies is pretty much something that's true to life? Is it based on characters that you know?
It really is. Okay. Roomies has some autobiographical components to it. I was a young... hope I'm still young, but when I was younger, I used to, in a former life, I used to work for a bank. Okay. And I climbed up the corporate ladder really quickly, young bachelor, and my dance company, Full Effect, always used to kind of room with me because, that was the house that everyone would be at. And then slowly but surely, those characters started manifesting. And and just Roomies is about it has so many themes, but one of the main driving themes is about the African American man when he reaches his height of success. And sometimes there's this idea that we have to reach back, always help the next, and sometimes, and that's great, we should help, right? But often it's to what extent do you help? Do you help to the extent where you're hindering people from growing and not relying on you? Do you help where people tend to take advantage of you? And that's what happens that's what we explore with the character Brandon.
Got it. It's definitely interesting. Like I said, I didn't see one.
Yeah.
But seeing this one, Roomies 2, I had a lot of questions. I'm like, well, maybe I needed to see one. But as one of the characters told me, no, we just added a little bit more. So there's going to be a Roomies 3. And maybe
There's
4,
so
5, or are
well,
you writing them as they go
yeah.
along, or?
Well, see, this is how it works. They're mostly up here, and
Okay.
then the writing process is really short, actually.
Okay.
And for most writers, it's like, what? It takes me years to come up with this, you know.
Yeah.
But the characters talk to me,
Okay.
and then when they do, I listen, and that's how they become. That's how they get on the page.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we're really pushing this as a sitcom.
Got
That's
it.
because everyone that sees it, like, I could binge watch this. It's like a TV show. It's
It really
crazy,
is. Yes.
and it's written in a sitcom-y style. And one of our reviewers for Roomies said that it flows like a
It
sitcom,
does.
and you got to listen to that, more and more. And so we're hoping that just the buzz gets out. Chicago, everywhere in Chicago, you kind of know about this Dane A. Campbell and this Roomies about, and whatever episode or whatever installment of it that you see, it's always going to be centered around a lot of people that shouldn't be in one place,
Okay.
together, and that's what it is. So,
Nice.
yeah, you would think it has a warm sentiment, but it's actually Roomies. Like, no, it should be Roomies with a sign, no Roomies. That's kind of how it's written.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love how you have written it,
Thank
the
you.
storyline and the different characters. And there's
Very
no
colorful.
Yeah, very colorful. You said it perfectly,
Yeah.
and I can appreciate that. And I think everyone that comes out and sees it can appreciate it. It's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And like one of your actors said, it's relatable. You'll find somebody in there that you can relate to.
And I think that's why people laugh, because
Yeah.
it's there's a little, at least there's one character on stage that you can relate to because he's in your family or she's in your family, a friend, or probably you know.
Yeah.
But of course we just exaggerate it to the furthest it could go.
Yes,
But yeah.
yes. Now, are you staying with the same cast members, or are you constantly looking for new actors and actresses?
Well, I want continuity, so I do want, with certain characters, and it depends whether these characters find themselves in the next installment.
Okay.
And then the actors who portray them, we kind of grow an affinity for one another, and their love for the role. So I guess to answer your question, it would be great to continue on with the same, but sometimes scheduling or people take on new projects as they move along, or so. But yeah, for the most part, I try. I know there are some that the Roomies fan base will not come to see if that actor is not playing that character.
True.
I think we know who those people are.
Yeah.
But for the most part, that's my hope. That's my hope that we could do it.
Now, are you gonna do this like the unexpected trapped in the closet, where it's like, okay, it's Roomies 3, and we have to wait and see it's gonna possibly be a 4, 10, 12, or is there a cutoff point?
Is there a cutoff? I will. When these characters stop talking to me, and when these characters stop wanting to be, more three-dimensional and be on the stage, then I will. But I don't want to be pigeonholed into just writing Roomies either.
Gotcha.
Low Hanging Fruit was a socially conscious drama. It was so many emotional roller coasters, and I love drama, but we deal with so much drama, and I actually think I write drama better than comedy. Okay. But I do think that we're encircled with drama and misery and a lot. I know I'm sounding pessimistic, but just a lot of social issues that sometimes you just need that escape. Let's laugh.
Yeah.
And I try and, with this, still, there are a lot of underlying messages and themes that are there, but it's just cloaked in comedy. Right. So when you do that, we can laugh at some of the sad things that we see in people, sad characteristics that we have in people, and just how we view each other. Right. There's a lot of social commentary in Roomies. It's just, again, you just got to peel away the layers of comedy and find it, but it's there. It's blatant. Yeah.
Why not film? Or are you thinking about film?
Why not film? This is my thing. I would love to do film. It's just as an independent. It's something about independent films for me. A lot of times they don't translate as well because of budgetary issues, and you have to see with stage, you get away with so many more things because you kind of can train the audience members to look at things in different ways, or okay, there's a door there, though there's no door. Right. In a film, you can't do that. There better be a door there. Right. It better be an apartment and stuff like that. So, and it's something about even seeing an actor up there spitting as they're talking, or their sweat flying from the, it's so, that's why, you know, people pay hundreds of dollars to go see plays and musicals and stuff, because it's something about that live. It's an experience. It's an experience, right? You determine as the audience member how that performance is going to go, not just the actors on stage. And in the film, it's not that. You just sit there and watch. I mean, it's beautiful. We love film. I love film, and I want to do it, but I would want, you know, maybe some backers or something, so that it can be what I need it to be.
Indeed. So what is it that you want to say to everyone as far as the message or what you want them to get from Roomies? This is your moment. Tell everybody why they should see Roomies and what you want to present to them in Roomies.
See Roomies because laughter is medicine, and you will laugh. We have audiences that sometimes, you know, if they're smaller and they're more intimate, they're afraid to laugh, and they're like, you know, but that's the thing. We want you to laugh out loud. It's medicine. It's important that we see, that we get a taste of, you know, society, but in a different way, in a more exaggerated, over the top way. And then we could kind of see who we are in terms of the things that we do with labeling each other. And like you see in some of the characters how, you know, the Claudette character is totally different, from a totally different world than Shondell. And the beautiful thing about it, we finally get all these people on one stage, these different types of people, where they can't just ignore each other anymore. You can't just be off in the suburbs in your world and in the hood in your world and everything in between. All those worlds collide in Roomies, and you just have to sit there and enjoy the ride. So it's funny, it's quick, it's clever, and I'm patting myself on the back because this is what has come back to me, and I don't think that it would be time wasted at all. And support Black art, support diverse art, support Chicago art. It's very important to come out here because, you know, we just need more. We need more.
We do. We do. So we are going to continue to support you. I'm going to make sure that I continue to support, and you should too. But those people out here that want to support and come out and see you and follow you to give information on the upcoming dates, because you got one more week, right?
One more week. And we have a surprise for final week. I am on Twitter as Dane A. Campbell. I am on Instagram as Dane A. Campbell, and Facebook, Dane A. Campbell, and Fearless Fiction Productions. Just Fearless Fiction Productions on Facebook. Join it. You will see a lot of interesting things that's going on, behind the scenes stuff, knowing what's next. And so that's the best way to keep in contact. And info at fearlessfictionproductions.com. Email us to be on, or go on our website, Fearless Fiction Productions website, right? Website, and just sign on our mailing list. So do it. Tickets, stage773.com. Stage773. We have 5 shows left: Thursday, Friday, 2 on Saturday, and we close on the 16th.
Get your tickets, y'all.
Get your
Dane
tickets.
Campbell, I enjoyed your play. I enjoyed you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
and
so
we'll
much.
continue to support you. Y'all check them out. Roomies too. It's your girl, Stacey Bay. Keep it locked.